All right, so we just got to the gym. About to crush legs. I'm gonna be doing some hack squats today. Hack squats and lunges. On my leg days, I try not to go too heavy because I have like a lot of problems with my lower back. I don't like my lower back being super tight, you know. So instead of going for like heavier weights, I go for more reps. So it's kind of different from my upper body workouts, but because like upper body, I'm more strength based, but legs, I'm going for more reps. So we're gonna crush it, hit these PRs, man, and I'll talk to you after the video.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Elite Physique Troxler back at it again with another video. I'm doing more of these videos now because I know most of you guys, you know, really want me to keep making these type of videos. I really appreciate the support, man. Like, I really appreciate it. You know, I'm trying to provide the most amount of value I can to help you. You know, I'll be coming out with more of these and even more videos that y'all guys enjoy, man. But here we are, man. First exercise of the day, man, for legs. You know, I don't really like hack squatting. It was just something different. But here we have 315 pounds, and I went for 15 reps. So that was a PR from last week, because I think last week I only hit like 10 reps or something like that. So this is a PR right here. As you can see, man, the cut is going on pretty good because with me, whenever I'm getting like super diced up and like basically whenever I know I'm pretty much really lean and chiseled when you could really start to see the definition in my legs. So here we go right here, hack squat number 1 done. In this video, I'll be giving a lot more tips too. So here we go, 275. So pretty much what I do is I do a reverse pyramid. So I start with the heaviest weight first, and then from there I drop the weight, but I go higher in reps. So with my legs too, like I said in the beginning, I don't really like doing a lot of heavy weights because of my lower back. But here we are. So with the hack squats, right? So you don't want to go below 90 degrees because if you go actually too low, you're going to start to round off your back. I see so many people that go just either way too low, or they place their feet on the board way too high. And basically once you go down, your lower back starts to round, and you do not want that because that's going to cause a lot of discomfort and it's going to put a lot of pressure, you know, on your lower back. So you do not want that, you know. So you want to keep your back flat. With that, I know how it is with the hack squats and the squats. It's hard to kind of find your feet placement, your correct feet placement. I know how it is. You just have to do what works for you, you know. Yeah, right here, like I said, you want to keep it really at about 90 degrees. Anything really below that, you're going to really round your back off. So here we go. Killing them, 90 degrees. And as you see, I'm not exploding through my toes. This is really important, especially when you're squatting. You want to explode through your heels, you know, because if you notice that you're actually squatting on your toes a lot more, that's actually bad, and you need to correct your form. So like I said, basically whenever you squat or do hack squats, you just want to stay on your heels the entire time. You really want to stay on your heels the entire time during the whole entire exercise, you know, because another thing I realized too, and it was actually really messing up my knees, was squatting on my tippy toes, squatting on my toes, you know, because you're activating a lot more knees and you don't want that. So that's why it's very imperative, very important to stay on your heels. So we got 225. I believe for this set right here, I was supposed to go for, I think it was 25 or 35, but I stopped short because honestly, I forgot. So I had to go back over and do an extra 5 reps. So you will see it here in the next clip. And you see, the thing is, everybody always asks me, yo, like, what is your workout routine? What is your workout plan? And I'm like, bro, honestly, I just work out 3 days a week. 3 days a week, you know, and I just focus on what I eat. That's why I look the way I do, is because I really put a lot of emphasis on my diet. You do too. See, you can keep your workouts very, very, very simple. Very simple workouts, right? But you're not gonna see a change in your body unless you change the way that you eat. You could do all the running, all the cardio, all the sit-ups you want to, but if your eating is shitty, then you're gonna look shitty too. That's just the way it is, you know. So here we are. This is why I did my 5 extra reps right here. As you can see, it's really tough. It's really, really tough, especially going for a lot of volume. It's really, really tough, man. Like, it's more mental than physical. It's mainly more mental than physical with these with the high volume, you know. So here we go. Second exercise, I'm doing my alternative lunges. Boom, boom. And see, I really like doing these type of lunges. I like to hold if I am doing my lunges, I like to either use the barbell or the dumbbell. And instead of having the barbell or dumbbell on my back, I like to place it on my collarbones, right? Or on my trap. I love to place these on my traps and do them that way, because by doing these with the weight in front instead of the back, you're going to be placing a lot more tension as well on the core. So, you know, that's going to be really beneficial too. That's why this is called a compound exercise, because you're working multiple muscle groups at one time if you're performing the exercise correctly. See that? Boom. And see, with these lunges, you don't want to, I know some people like to put their knee to the ground whenever they do their lunges, and you don't want to do that. You're pretty much overextending. And once again, that's putting just extra pressure on the knees. You know, with these leg exercises, man, you really have to master the form first, man, because if you do the exercise wrong, it can injure you. You can injure your lower back. You can injure your legs. You know, there's just so many different things that you can injure if you're not performing these exercises correctly, right? So you see how I'm going down. I'm using my core. I'm keeping my core tight. I'm keeping my chest up at all times, you know, and I'm pretty much squatting on that front foot, but I'm pushing off through my heel. Once again, push off through the heel, not through the toes. And like I said, make sure you keep that chest high. You don't want to, you keep that chest high, eyes straight forward. Focus on your balance. Focus on the mind muscle connection, you know, especially with these lunges. And I know, like, so many guys, man, hate legs. Like, bro, if you, like, you're never gonna have that balanced, good looking, well-rounded physique if you don't work your legs. You have to work your legs. Look, I know it sucks. I know it really, really sucks, you know, to hit legs because of the afterburn, or like basically whatever they call it. Basically the lactic acid buildup, you know, and you'll really start to feel it a day or two after you've hit legs, and it hurts. You can't walk. You can't squat down to pick anything up. You can't use the bathroom. I know how it is, man. I really know how it is. The only thing you can do is just stretch and walk around. Just stretch twice a day and just continue to walk around. Because if you don't stretch, it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. I mean, yeah, it'll go away over time on its own, but it'll be better if you just stretch. So here we are, man. The third set right here, I had to switch my, I had to pick a new location, man, because it was just too crowded over there. It's like everybody wants to be around me whenever I'm recording, so I had to get up out of there, man. But here we are with the third set. Once again, keeping that chest high, keeping the core engaged, pushing off through the heel, you know, getting them done, man, getting them done. And see, another tip, man, you don't want to be doing a lot of hard cardio. See, this is the mistake I made, back then, or hell, even a couple of months ago, was I would pretty much do a lot of like running, especially after legs, and I would be even more sore. It would be harder for me to recover. I would be more tired throughout the day. But ever since then, I just go in there, I hit my PRs, and then I might go for like a brisk walk, man. Go for a brisk walk because there's no need for me to run. There's really no need for me to run, man. But you can do what you want to do. It all depends on your physique goals. See, my goal for right now is to get as lean as possible and to keep the majority of my strength and muscle. So I have to do it the right way. Now, if I was looking to be like a major like hybrid athlete, I would incorporate some running, but now I'm just running once a week, and then on the other days, brisk walking, and then I'll hit my lifting sessions Saturdays and Sundays, so twice a week. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to look, you don't have to be in the gym 6-7 days a week to have a body. Just make sure you're eating good. Make sure you're hitting your key lifts and you're getting stronger over time. That's all you need to do. But here we are right here, man. Leg extensions, first set. And see, with these leg extensions, right, or just isometric, I can't even talk, man. I'm sorry. I'm just so tired, man. I'm just so tired of being up ripping and running all day. But with these leg extensions, and especially on my isometric movements, I'm not really looking to go very, very heavy, so it's really I'm focusing on the mind muscle connection and the time under tension. That's how you really, really, really actually going to get your muscles to grow, getting stronger and focusing on time under tension, putting that muscle through a lot of stress, coming up, exploding up, holding it for a few seconds, and then coming down very, very slowly. It's putting a lot of extra stress on that muscle, man. That's what you want. That's what you want throughout these movements, man. See, look, kick. Never mind. Thought I was about to do an extra rep. Here we go, third set. And see, man, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of motivation in here too, man. You see, man, with this cutting, with the fat loss lifestyle, man, you just have to be different. Like if you could successfully stick to a diet and stick to the cut for months on end, for a year, bro, you are a strong-minded man. Strong. Because it takes so much. It takes so much to get ripped and chopped, man. It really does. You have to prep your food. You have to always be in a season of no. But guess what? If you want anything great in life, if you really want something that's way above average, man, it's going to take a lot of sacrificing. It's going to take a lot of sacrificing, man. A lot of sacrificing. Do you know how many days, how many weeks I've went without having cheat meals? And it's made a huge improvement in my physique. And it will and see, the thing is, if you do the same thing, you'll see huge improvements in your physique too. Those little cheat meals or, eating like just like taste testing stuff, like those calories add up and it's adding to your body. It's adding to your physique, so you just got to keep it going. You have to really hold yourself accountable because nobody else will. If anything, everybody else is going to try to bring you down to their level. The average person is average for a reason. So you have to say no. You have to avoid those type of people. Keep that smile on your face and just go on about your day. Write down your goals and actually attack your goals. And don't let nothing get in front of your goals, man. But here we are, man. We're doing regular calf raises. As you can see, the back side of my calves are really, really, really activated. Going down really, really slow, exploding up, holding it at the top. And see, there's actually 3 different angles that I do with the calf raises. So you have the regular calf raises. These are going to work, of course, like I said, the back side of your calves. And then in the other clips, I'll explain too. So here we go. I'm finishing them up now. But yeah, man, you gotta really it's all a mindset, man. But here we are. I got my toes pointed inward, right? When your toes are pointed inward, now the outside of your calves are gonna be worked more. So instead of just the whole backside of my calves being worked, because my toes are pointed inward, the outside of my calves are being worked. So there's 3 parts of the calves. 3 parts. You got the outside part of the calf, you got behind the calf, and then you got in the middle, right? You had the angle on the inside of the calf too. But yeah, man, back to the motivation, man. Like, you gotta really, really, really be on it, man. And the thing is, the more you diet, the more you cut, the more tired and lethargic that you're gonna be. The more tired and lethargic you're gonna be. You may not have the same energy levels in the gym. And you really have to push through that. You really have to, like, trust me, when you start to lose body fat and you go through that journey, trust me, it's going to make you into a very, very, very strong-minded man. I'm telling you, everything else is going to be just, in a way, easier. You know, it's going to be easier. And also, like, losing that body fat and putting on this muscle like this and looking like that, man, looking like that superhero, bro, people are going to respect you even more. Even people with nice cars, people with money and nice cars respect you. I've noticed that too. Like, all of these, like, people with cars, they come up to me, hey man, like, what do you do? What do you do? Like, people will respect you more. Having a body is not, like, having a physique like that is not an easy thing. Going to the gym, focusing on your diet, because the average person is not doing this. You know, if you're watching this video and you're in the gym, you are above average. You're above average, because the average person isn't in the gym 3 times a day. I mean, 3 times a week. I'm sorry. 3 times a week, you know, but we are. And that's why we're different. You know, that's why we're different. That's why we have the same mindset, you know, and from here, yeah, I look good or whatever. But the thing is, I have a different set of goals for myself. You know, I want more. I want to achieve more. So I'm not done with this cut yet. Everybody's like, oh, you're already cut up. Like, you should stop cutting. No, I got a goal and I'm going to do everything I have to do to hit that goal. And the thing is, y'all motivate me. Y'all inspire me. Y'all push me. Y'all push me, man. And like I said, I'm just very thankful, man. I'm very thankful for you guys. Y'all really push me. Y'all motivate me to stay on top of my stuff. That went out again, but yeah, man, y'all really push me and inspire me to really stay on my stuff. Y'all, like, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have the amount of subscribers in the amount of views that I have, man. You know, because it's because of y'all. It's not because of me. It's because of y'all. You know, and I really do appreciate that, man. Whatever y'all need, I'm here for it, man. But here we are. We're doing lying down leg curls. So whenever you're doing these lying down leg curls, you pretty much want to think about it as you're pretty much just doing regular bicep curls, but with your hamstrings, right? So just like on a regular bicep curl, as you come up, you explode up, you squeeze at the top, and you come down very slow. Explode, squeeze, come down very slow. Focusing on that time under tension to really get the muscle activated, you know? And see, after you get done hitting your hamstrings, you don't want to just leave the gym. No, there's actually another exercise that you should do, right, to actually stretch out the hamstrings, because if not, bro, trust me, you're going to start cramping. You're going to catch some Charlie horses, and you're going to be like, damn, man, I should have listened to the male. I should have listened to him. I should have done this and done that. But here we are, man. You can get a better angle of it. As you can see, look at the hamstrings. They're very, very activated right now, man. Very activated. It's becoming more challenging, you know. Keep the reps pretty high, about 15 to 20 reps. Moderate weight. I'm not really trying to go too heavy. But, yeah. But yeah, man, like, you have to really desire. You got to have that burning desire. See, when I first started, bro, I had that burning, you got to have that burning desire. I wanted the females. I wanted to have the respect, you know. I wanted to have that lifestyle. I was watching reality TV, man, and I seen all of these dudes getting all of these chicks, and I'm like, man, I want that too. And what's one common thing that they all had? A physique, six pack, ripped up. So I'm like, you know what, man? Because at the time I was fat, straight out of high school. I'm like, you know what? I had me a little job. I said, man, I'm about to go out here and really put this work in, man. And ain't nothing going to stop me. And see, the thing is, I already knew what to do. I knew what I had to do. You know what you got to do. You know you have to eat, right? You know what you know what you have to do, the non-negotiables. But you have to have that burning desire, man. You really have to have that burning desire to really want that shit. You have to really sit and daydream and like just imagine and like really, really be obsessed with this shit, man. You have to really be obsessed. You have to daydream. You have to see yourself already as the best version of yourself, man. You have to really, really think about that and imagine it and put that in your head and just repeatedly just imagine that image. And, you know, you'll eventually get there if you continue to put in the work, you know. But as soon as you take that day off, as soon as you, oh man, I don't feel like it, and you choose not to do it anyways, see, now you're holding yourself back. But if you just continue to put that work in, you continue to just have that positive image in your head, trust me, you just do the daily non-negotiables to get there every single day, no matter what, you will achieve that desired outcome. And that's exactly what I did. And you can do the same thing, bro. You can do the same thing. Whoever you are watching this, listening to this, you can do the same thing. If I can do it, you can do it, bro. I didn't grow up with the best genetics. I didn't grow up looking like this, man. I was fat. I was super fat, man. I was super fat. And if you actually stay tuned until the end of the video, I'll actually drop a clip of me back in the day when I was like super duper fat. I'm talking about I had like man boobs and everything, man. Like it was all bad. But like I said, I had that burning desire. So here we are, man. So this is the exercise that I was actually talking about that you wanted to do after you got done doing the hamstring curls. So this is pretty much just stiff leg deadlifts. And pretty much what this does is it's pretty much gonna just stretch out your hamstrings, right? It's like you're working them out and stretching them out at the same time. Like I said, very important. So you see here, right? I'm not rounding my back. And I see so many people doing like deadlifts and stuff. They always round their back. Whenever they're doing these or just regular deadlifts, they're always rounding their back. And that's why they're always injured. And see, what you want to do to not round your back is to simply keep your head and chest up. Keep your head and chest up and don't go too low. Don't go too low. If you're going low, now, if your back is really starting to round off, then it's because you're going too low. You see how I'm keeping my chest up at all times, and you see how my back isn't being rounded off. You see how it's straight, it's neutral. That's what you want. If you could practice keeping a neutral spine throughout an exercise, through all of your exercises, you're really going to lower the risk of injury, man. I'm telling you. I'm really telling you. I've saved myself so many times. I saved my clients so many times, right? By helping them to actually develop a neutral spine while working out. So, like I said, keep that chest high. And whenever you're doing these, don't go too low. You don't have to touch your toes. You want to just get that nice stretch in the hamstrings, right? That's the primary objective here. Get that nice deep stretch in the hamstrings without rounding the lower back. Once again, I was going for a lot of reps here. Third and final set right here. But yeah, man, like I really had that burning desire, man. Like I just like see, this is how you know you're really, really serious. So my aunt and my mom had passed away, right? Both of them had passed away. And guess what? The same day, I still went to the gym and worked out and ate clean. Still did all of that, even after the funerals. Still did all of that because I really wanted it. But if you're always just in your own head and, oh yeah, I'm gonna just wait until the New Year's resolution, then you really, really don't want it. Or, oh, I'm gonna just wait until Monday. No, the people who really, really want it, they start right then and there. They don't wait. When you really have to have something, you don't wait. You don't wait for nothing. You don't wait for shit, right? You attack it because there is no perfect moment to start. You just have to start, right? So here we go, right here. We're finishing off with some abs. This is something different, something very challenging. So right here, I pretty much did 12 reps on each side. You're pretty much working the entire abdominal region, right? You're pretty much working the entire abdomen doing this exercise right here. I love doing these, very challenging, and will have your abs sliced up. It will have your abs sliced up. That's if you're lean enough to where you can even see your six pack. But yeah, I really love doing these, man. Really, really, really love doing these. The thing is, I don't know exactly what these are called. But they really, really engage the most of my abs. Most of my abs are being engaged through this exercise. Besides doing the crunches, right? The decline crunches, I like doing these. And then I like doing the incline leg raises, right? And like I said before, with abs, you don't really need to hit your abs every other day. No, you treat them like a regular muscle. You train them maybe two to three times a week. You give them rest. Make sure you're eating a lot of protein. Make sure you're getting your rest. And the thing is that they'll grow. They'll get stronger when you take your rest and when you train them correctly, like every other muscle, right? But see, so many people just, oh man, I got to have a six pack. So they'll just overdo it and they'll just start to overtrain their abs. And they think by doing that, they're going to really get abs fast. No, you're tearing down the muscle. You're tearing down the abs in the gym. And then in order to see them, you have to be in a caloric deficit over time and be lean enough, right? Around that 11, I say about 11 to, I say about 12%. And below that, you'll really start to see your abs. I know some people at 13 or 14% body fat, they can still see their abs, but they have exceptional genetics. They really have exceptional genetics, man. So yeah, so this is pretty much the end of the workout, man. So that's that. That was the full workout for lower body.